Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie. This is Bookish Travels, where we discover days and explore books. Today we're exploring books. I have done quite a few videos recently of recommending some glorious historical novels. So I thought it was about time that I come out and suggest some non-fiction, because I feel non-fiction has been sadly lacking in this channel for quite a while. So I'll have some books for you. I have not read any of these books, but they're definitely ones that I am interested in reading myself. So the first one is Heresy by Catherine Nixey. Now, from the cover, this does pique my interest. I did read the blurb, and honestly, it's one of those books that you read the blurb and you're still not too sure what it's about. I wonder if they do that, because then you go, I need to pick this up and read it and find out for myself what is going on. However, I do like to read biblical non-fiction, because religion, not just Christianity but other religions, do interest me. So yeah, this is definitely going to be on a list. The next one is called Thorns, Lust and Glory by Estelle Parnique. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I realise I'm standing in some longish grass. I don't react well to bug bites, so perhaps I need to move. Anyway, this one is about Anne Boleyn. She has mesmerised us for many centuries. We have often wondered what she was really, really like. What I found quite interesting in this book, it's from the other ones, this book actually goes back to where it all started, in the French court, where she learned French and learned to be a lady of the court, etc. Now, this next one I've had on my TBR radar for quite a while. It's called The House of Dudley by Joanne Paul. Now, the blurb said this is a new history of Tudor England. I'm not sure about that, but it's specifically about the Dudleys. Apparently each Tudor monarch always had a Dudley by their side. The one that notably comes to my mind is the one that was by the side of Elizabeth I for many, many years. I thought it would be quite interesting to learn about all the other Dudleys. Now, the next one is another one that's been on my radar for quite a while. It's called Femina by Janina Ramirez, and I have watched quite a few of her documentaries and I actually really quite enjoyed them. So I'm wondering if her writing is going to be just as entertaining and informative. Now, this book is celebrating the feminine. Through history, extraordinary women have held positions of powers throughout history, and what this book aims to do, as far as I'm aware, is to uncover countless influential women through history that have been struck from the records. I've got a flying thing hovering right there. I'm hoping it will come down there this way so you can see it, but it's literally watching me. Magnificent crows just flew over me, 3 of them. Gloriously glossy feathers shining in the sunshine. I really want to make friends with crows. They fascinate me. Now we have a book that, wow, this place is just full of wildlife. It's flying, buzzing things, there's butterflies of all different colours. I should do a wildlife video. Anyway, sorry. Let's get on with the next book. We are going to medieval periods with this book. lost heirs of the medieval crown, kings and queens that never were. There is quite a bit of blurb to this, but I think the title really says it all, and I'm fascinated to find out who they are. Now I'm going to talk to you about a book that I am currently reading. It's called The Thistle and the Rose, and it's about Margaret Tudor, the sister of Henry VIII. I wanted to read about this lady because you read a lot about Henry and Arthur and Elizabeth of York and subsequent people of that family, but I don't find that you get many books about Margaret. I mean, there's Margaret and Mary, the sisters, and honestly, I feel I need to have a book on Mary afterwards. Mary was married off to the King of France, and Margaret was married off to the King of Scotland. So, poor girl, she was 12 years old. She married him at 9 by proxy. She was actually shipped out when she was 12 because her parents thought that 9 years old was too young to be a queen and a wife and do the sort of like wifely duties and, bring the King of Scotland, James, an heir. I mean, 12. I think 12 is a bit too young for that myself as well, but yeah, them's the days. The next book I want to talk to you about is about Catherine de Medici. Is about Catherine I can never get her. The next one I want to talk to you about, and I'm going to have to look at my notes because I can never remember how to say her name. It's Catherine de Medici. Catherine de Medici. I think that's right. I can never say it for some reason. Anyway, it's The Life and Times of the Serpent Queen by Mary Hollingsworth. There is a TV show about her called The Serpent Queen. It's either on Amazon Prime or Netflix or some kind of streaming service. I've watched it and I actually really enjoyed it. Now we go back to the Tudor era, in the world of Robert Cecil. This book is called All His Spies, The Secret World of Robert Cecil. Robert Cecil was a statesman and a spy master of the time, and he played a vital role in managing the change from Elizabethan times, from Elizabeth I when she died, to Jacobean. Actually sounds quite fascinating. Now we come to the dissolution of the monasteries. Again, this was in Tudor times. It was Henry VIII when he broke with the Church of Rome. He plundered all the monasteries and took the gold and the riches for himself. Now this one I'm going to mention first, by James G. Clark. It sounds absolutely fascinating, but I have heard that it reads as dry as sandpaper. So what I might do is get myself a Kindle sample if it does that, and then read a couple of chapters, and then I can gauge it for myself. However, I am going to list 2 further books in this subject, just in case we cannot get on with that one. The first one is just called The Dissolution of the Monasteries by G.W.O. Woodward. And the next one is called The Last Divine Office, Henry VIII and the Dissolution of the Monasteries by Geoffrey Morehouse. I hope you enjoyed my selection. I can't call them recommendations because I actually haven't read any of these myself. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you saw, please do come back for more. I've got so many exciting plans coming up for now the weather is turning glorious. I will see you again in another video where we'll be talking about books, bookish travels, and all sorts of amazing stuff. This is the place to be. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.